Because I am a pentameter.
Guys, can we stop speaking High Valyrian and just talk about this episode?
Yeah, so this was a shit episode.
Oh my god. House of the Drags on.
Major, I want you right now.
Yes, sir.
When you're editing this, to go back to what we said, like doop doop doop. What did we say this episode was going to be? And we said exposition dump and moving the pieces.
It wasn't even that.
What did we get? I want. It was everybody
slowly moving the pieces.
We just said it was all just moving the pieces, and that's what this episode is. So when you edit this, make sure you call back to the previous episode. You know, hey, what did Matt think?
I remember it like it was only yesterday. Yesterday.
Actually, can you do that? Yeah, Matt, can you? We'll just throw this in for post. Just say, I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember like it was yesterday.
It's supposed to fade out. Why? Nolan.
Get louder.
So, you know me. There's a proper way to do an exposition dump, and then there's Zemo and Captain Falcon and all that in that mess that was a show in Secret Invasion. I appreciated this episode because it was a great exposition. You say it's a setup. It was a great exposition dump.
Lots of
because there's a lot of threads being put out there right now, and we'll get into it. But there's a lot of small things that are going to become bigger and bigger things over the season. I will say it definitely was a cost-cutting episode because one of the things I thought was lacking was scale. Consistently, everything looked smaller. It's like that episode being in the hospital in Secret Invasion where there's only 2 doctors and no Secret Service. And then there's an alien. Same thing here. When she's giving out food to the peasants, there's like 50 peasants.
And 2 people
walking through the
halls.
Matt, the rest died from starvation.
Yeah, Matt, you know why it's so
tiny?
tiny?
Walking through the halls, there's like 2 people.
She has no small council. That's why there's no one there. It's empty. There's no small council.
Well, she fired them.
But I feel like there's a lot of closed-in shots, and I think what they're trying to go for is like how the walls are closing in on her. But overall, I just like there's no scale. That's what Game of Thrones was known for. Like you would see thousands and big stuff, and this is just kind of meh. And so.
But let me ask you, because you identified the problem. They spent all their money on episode 1 and a little bit in episode 2. So are you upset at episode 3 and how cheap it is?
I think they did it better than Secret Invasion. I'll say that much.
Okay,
it is slightly distracting, but not enough to piss me off. So it's done better. Not well, but better.
I mean, watching popcorn in the microwave is more entertaining than watching Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
questioning.
That's not the trope. What are you, Christopher Nolan, trying to subvert expectations?
No, I'm D&D trying to.
You know why? You know why I didn't say House of the Dragon, and you know why I said Odysseus? Because you're absolutely right, Matt. This episode did not subvert expectations. We saw this coming a mile away. Like, geez, I would rather be Aemon picking up shit, because that's what it feels like right now. It feels like I'm picking up shit, trying to carry piss and water for this damn season. And I'm not doing it anymore. This is... I'm going to say it. This is not good. This is not good TV.
He's going to get revenge on the guy who made him kiss his boot guy.
With his... You think he's going to make him... You think he's going to get revenge with his non-dead dragon that they lingered on for too long? Did we forget how to write?
Do you think he's going to get killed?
No, Sunfire's definitely alive. Oh yeah, and the guy who's making him kiss his boot's definitely going to get flamed for sure.
So I think the problem that we have, initial thought with this episode, besides it just being that moving the pieces part, is we already know how it's going to end. And so seeing the pieces being moved in place with Ol and, with the people who are supposed to protect her. I mean, this is episode 4, so we're halfway through the season technically. And we already see how she's going to be portrayed.
Yeah.
And episode 3, which was supposed to be episode 1, you're like, oh, she makes some poor decisions, but that's because she's a new queen.
The anxiety.
Episode,
no, it's because she's a woman. Go on.
Yeah. But this episode, you're just like, it like hits you over the head with a hammer. She's going to make every bad choice, and it would be fine if we didn't know how this ends. but we know how this ends.
Can you bring up a great point? Let me ask you this. Well, Rhaenyra, we're doing roundtable thoughts. We're just pointing out stuff. Roundtable, Rhaenyra is talking to Alicent and the old Valerius' king chambers or whatever. And she she takes off the cover, and there's, this great model city of ancient Valeria. And then there were rats in there. And she's like, Aemon killed all the rat catchers. Bitch, how long have you been there? Can you not hire more rat catchers? And then also, who caught those last rats in the last episode that you fed to all the nobles at the table?
Ooh.
So, do we have rat catchers or do we not?
Like starving? They would probably be happy.
They can't eat rats? Those rats look delicious. Yeah. What are you talking about? And then, not to like super nitpick, but later on, someone's like, we have rats. We have rats on the ships, and then we just got cats. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Cats? What a ingenious idea. This must be some faraway technology off the coast of Westeros. No, cats. They're cats, bro.
So I actually thought that was slightly clever. Because it comes from Corlys's son, who's a bastard, who she didn't recognize, and how she's not willing. She's not willing to she wants the common folk to support her, but she doesn't see things from the common folks' perspective. So for us, it's a super easy, that's why we have cats on ships. And she has never thought of this because she has been raised highborn this whole time. Right. This very simple thing. But another thing, too, it pays homage to Game of Thrones because Arya, later on in Game of Thrones, spends part of her training chasing cats around the castle. And this is because during this period of time, we had this solution to it. So I think it's slightly clever. However, once again, I think the delivery just sucks.
Just falls flat.
It's like they could have found well, we have cats on ships. Next scene. It's frustrating because it's like...
She learned nothing.
It's like good writing, but poor...
execution,
production, poor execution. Yeah.
Damn you, director. Yeah.
So, what did you think of Ormund Hightower?
Let's talk about the new goat of the TV show. Look, I've said this a couple episodes ago. If it was up to me, they'd all kill each other. They'd all just burn. I hate both teams. They suck so much. But a third team I guess not really a third team, but Team Part 2 has emerged. And this is Ormund Hightower. And dude, I'm not going to lie. If Ormund Hightower partners up with black-pilled Criston Cole, we might have some based-ass TV on our hands. But I enjoyed it. I thought the taking of Tumbleton, while slow, was actually the part... It reminded me of the parts of Game of Thrones that you liked. The bureaucracy of it. I enjoyed how he was a true warden to Darren Targaryen, right? We can call it grooming. Let's call it what it is, right? But that man is grooming that kid. And we find out at the end, spoiler alert, it's because he has dreams to one day take back the throne. So we can have a Hightower on the throne. Obviously, that doesn't happen, but I like the ambition. What do you guys think about him?
Well,
old almond nose.
Well, I think, he definitely wanted to reinstill the Hightowers into power, but I think he was sort of wishing for the days before the Targaryens had ruled Westeros.
I did not see. I wouldn't call it racism. Hairism. It's their hair, right? Because
hairism, yeah.
The Targaryens are in a different race. They're not green men. They're both humans, right? They're not White Walkers and all these other mythical creatures. So I guess it's not specious. Maybe it is a different race, but not speech. Whatever. I don't know. Stupid modern words are stupid and modern. but I did like the bigotry. You've got Westeros over here and Seven Kingdoms, and then the Targaryens. Not even like some cool motherfuckers. Like Targaryens were like lowborn Valyrians. They just had dragons, right? But they weren't like a high-blooded. They weren't high up on the hierarchy of dragon riders and Valyrian. They were low on the hierarchy. They just had a dream in GTFO, right? They just got out of there. And then they come over to this, I don't know, maybe inferior species, and they just took over the Andals because they had dragons and no one else did. Read your own metaphors into that. But I thought you wouldn't see this kind of writing in House of or in Hollywood in 2026. I thought they'd come up with a more lame excuse. Really, I thought maybe I hate their dragons, but it's like, no, I hate the people who ride on the dragons. That at least seems real. That at least seemed like real writing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was kind of dumb that Darren didn't realize that the fake. Oh wait, no, Daemon didn't realize the fake Darren didn't have white hair.
That was so dumb in general. Like, if you're grabbing, we talked about this last episode. If you're grabbing Darren, put his bitch ass on the dragon and bring the dragon back home with you. But you can't do that. You can't write it like that because he's a fake Darren, and therefore he's not Targaryen blood, and therefore he can't be a dragon rider. So the dragon would never accept him. So then we get to keep the dragon and the real Daemon. And then they hide him in Tumbleton.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think about
I think
Ormund?
it's interesting though too, because I feel like he makes a comment where he says like one king or another, and it kind of shows like he has no Aemon and Aegon. He like just hates them both, whether one's dead and one's abdicated.
Preach it, brother.
Fool.
Preach it.
He wants Darren. So like as long as they make a claim, he's ultimately going to make a move to like get them off of it. So it just goes to show that Hightower is this court that ultimately is going to put their people in power. So I do kind of like his kind of storyline because he has these just great one-liners, or just like in the last episode where he just loses his crap when he finds out that Aemon is not gonna fly his dragon to help him. So he has to like make Darren kill this random peasant.
Well, let's actually a little bit before that. I love you exactly what you're talking about. Like, so Ormund gets a scroll and he starts reading the scroll, and then his ward Darren like tells like the servant guy like, "Hey man, go get the fuck out of here!" Like,
back way.
I know what's about to happen. Yeah, this guy's about to fucking kill you if you don't leave. And luckily, the servant boy left, so he just hacked up a dining room table instead. I think that was with a Valyrian sword too.
Mm-hmm.
You're not watching this podcast because we. Yeah. Oh, do we know the names? What was the name of the sword?
Oh God,
I was gonna say, yeah, you're not watching this podcast for our knowledge of sword names.
He yelled at that guy. It was Dick Cutter, right?
Oh my God,
it does have a name. So did he actually geld the guy, or did he not? That's a good question.
His men did.
Can we talk about? There's too much rape in this TV show. 2 attempted rapes in 4 episodes. What is happening? You're losing the shock value. You're losing all value. What is this? I don't understand. Are men bad? Men are bad. Is that what we're trying to say?
I'm gonna pull full butters here, and we have a scene last episode, but we don't see any actual floppy wiener. Game of Thrones is all about the floppy wiener, and we have potential for it every episode, but we never actually see it.
We saw some butt cheeks today,
and
Trump's fault.
We saw some butt cheeks.
Trump's fault,
but no, like full on butters here. Why are we? Why
is it gay? Why is it so gay? You're right. I was wondering which butters you're referring to, but yeah, why is this so gay? I was wondering which butters you're referring to, but yeah, why is this so gay? It's just wieners. Right. It's just wieners and butts.
It's a floppy wiener. I've totally distracted myself from the point I was going to make.
Well, good. Can I distract you for one more second? Can you imagine, like, super woke House of the Dragons? Can you imagine those giant dragon dongs? You know, like elephants, horses, you know, they have like distracting penises. Like, just imagine like episode 7, Craxus is flying around. He's just got like a heart on, and it's like 14 feet long. I'm not putting it past the writers to do that. And I wouldn't put past George R.R. Martin to put in the books.
Yeah. So I think
this conversation perfectly sums up what we all think of this episode.
Basically, so let's get into
floppy wiener. It was a big flop.
It is a big floppy wiener. Yeah, we should just call this. Well, I was gonna call it Moana, but there's no floppy.
I love how Larry's strong. We're just like, yeah, I can work with herbs. You can clean shit.
Yeah, I can read. Bitch, we don't care about reading.
I love how he got off easy, and the other guy just had to clean up shit. And he didn't step in at all to help.
That's crazy. Like, you were the king of the entire country, 7 kingdoms
for like 5 minutes,
and then, well, yeah, but still, like, he was being groomed for it, and he doesn't have any skill sets besides reading. That's it, bro. All you can do is read. That's crazy.
And kill rat catchers.
And yes, well, wait, wasn't that his brother? Was that Aegon or Aemon? Who cares? Their names are too similar.
Aegon was the king, and he ordered the death of all the rat catchers because they were the ones that killed his son.
Oh, that's the blood and cheese episode, right? Yeah. Okay, I thought it was Aemon. That's my apologies. Let's talk about Queen Rhaenyra's and Alicent. Let me ask you this: is Alicent going to end up on her small council? Dude, this is like so crazy.
They have no idea what to do with her character anymore. It's like she's kind of served her purpose.
Get rid of her. Yeah,
it's not even in the books anymore. Like, we've added so much that wasn't in the books.
Why?
Yeah, her whole point was to put Aegon on the throne. So like her part of the story is just kind of over. So is the dumb queen, the sister wife.
Rhaenyra?
Who's kind of just like comedy. I don't know what her name is.
Helena.
She's basically
was she pregnant?
Now.
Yo, she's
100% pregnant because in the books she has another kid that plays a major role, and that kid hasn't been born yet. That kid should have been born at this point.
Yeah, but basically in the books to be in. Yeah.
So, are the show writers saying they can write this better than George R.R. Martin, the creator of the universe? Is that what's happening?
That's what they're saying. That's
they're doing a terrible job.
This whole there's been so much added. Like, so I understand combining characters at times where it just for like Chernobyl, great show. The scientist is supposed to be 100 different scientists, and it's just easier to tell the story by making it one story. I can get that. Dope. But this, at times it's been okay, but for the most part, there's been a lot of added characters, or instead of calling them this, it's this family, and I don't know, it's starting to get distracting now. Like, overall, the story's kind of following it, the general gist, but I feel it loses its oomph because of the betrayal, because of the build up, because of the backstory. It's just easier to keep you busy for an hour and not actually think of it. It's that what you called it last week, that fridge moment, that water cooler moment where you walk to the fridge to get another beer and you're like, wait a second, does that make sense
here? Yeah, what?
So, but I will say this, Major, 4 weeks in, I have finally found the winner of our challenge. The one character
let's hear it
in this whole show that I actually care about. And
can I guess it awesome. First?
I will let you guess it.
Is it the Grand Maester?
No, it is not.
Okay, all right. That was all right. Drum roll, please.
I think a lot of it has to do with the actor who I really love, but Sir Tormund Manderly.
Sir Tormund Manderly.
The new Master of Coin. The new Master of Coin.
The guy, the pig they're setting up to slaughter. No, he was great this episode. He's just having a friendly conversation, and David comes and he's like, "You think you're the clever one? I'm the clever one." Said nobody ever. I love him. An excellent addition, and I cannot wait to see him be beheaded.
So the funny part is he plays a role in the next administration in the books. So if you know the books. He doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't get beheaded. Damn it, dude! I think it's such a fun beheading.
The best part is the actor. He is one of these actors that you've seen a million times before, but you're like,
no idea
what have I seen him in?
Yeah,
100%. His name is Dan Fogler. He was in a movie called Fanboys. He was in a movie called with Christopher Walken about ping pong battling.
Balls of Fury.
Balls of Fury.
Wait,
he was in a Typo Negative music video.
He's the main guy in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Him. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So he's been in a lot of these things where you're like, I've seen this guy before, but where have I seen him? And you go on his IMDb and he's like, oh, he's been in like 50 major movies.
Jesus! Horton Hears a Who, Kung Fu Panda, 30 Nights.
Right.
So Bank of Dave,
an awesome comedian.
Yeah,
but he's never like this major character. He's always this like kind of like sidekick, and I love him as an actor. But yes, this is the one character in this whole show that I actually, reading the books and watching the show, I actually think is like cool and I can care for, whereas everybody else sucks.
Everyone else sucks for sure. When he goes, wait, is this Foglet? When he gets invited to the council and he goes to grab a small council ball, and then the Queen Rhaenys is like, oh no, is that the Maester? Who is that?
That's the Maester.
That's the Maester. Yeah. He just throws it back in. She's like, that's from a dead legacy, or that's from a dead era. Which I do appreciate. Like, it was only one line, and you'd be stupid not to include this one line before the series ended, where they got rid of the balls because there were no balls in Game of Thrones. So what I do want to do is give the bare minimum participation trophy sticker to the writers for including that one line. Thank you.
Yeah, and my I would have awarded this the Maester, but you're
right. The Maester's not fun.
He's going to serve who's ever. He's like, oh, I helped them store all this money away and hide and run away, but now that I've been caught, oh no, I'll help you now. So like, even though the Maester is supporting, Rhaenyra right now, it's not because he actually cares for her. No. He just wants to live.
He's like, hey man, I'm just here for the job. I don't care who I serve. Look at this chain. This chain is 8 feet long. Yeah. You think I have this chain from nothing?
Whereas Sir Torrhen Martindale, awesome. Just straight up awesome. He just eats the scene.
Yes. So. I look forward to more of it, especially since, I'm not going to say no one can act, but since the beheading, or really, all of season 2, since they get rid of like Otto Hightower, there hasn't been high acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get some good scenes from Matt Smith, but like, that's it. Like, nothing like gives you goosebumps. Nothing you would call great acting in this TV show. I mean, it's just Rhaenyra
it's like Morbius.
Kissing,
it's like Matt
it's
Smith,
Morbius. Yeah,
Matt Smith, and then the rest of the cast.
Jeez. That's too mean. That is too mean, but that is too accurate. Morbius was just enjoying Matt Smith try to act around all these other plebs.
Doing push-ups.
No, even when they were like, hey, do this goofy dance and be as dumb as you can.
He was still great. Yeah.
The dumbest scene of the show, and he still pulls it off.
And then, like, you just watch that movie, you just watch that scene, and you're like, damn, dude, I really need to watch some Doctor Who again. I need to go back and rewatch some old Doctor Who. You're never like, oh, let me go rewatch Matt Smith in House of Dragons season 1. Oh, he's so good there. No, dude, he is a diamond in a rough pile of shit. Speaking of, I'm just going through my notes here. Guys, the Gold Cloaks go crazy. Beating up a bunch of people who can't read. That's wild. It's like, hey, do you know what this wall says? And he's like, bitch, I can't read. And he's like, boom, boom, boom. Just beats all the citizens down for some graffiti. And it's like, guys, if we just used 5 seconds of common sense here, it was written on the wall. Who knows how to write? 5% of the population? I'm pretty sure we can narrow this down a little bit.
So, 2 things about that scene, though.
Do
One
it, book
is
reader.
the fact that
Do it.
when Ulf initially sees it, he doesn't know what's going on. It's somebody else that explains to him what is written on the wall. And it's only when he gets, he doesn't get what he wants that he uses that against Rhaenyra. But 2, this is a great callback to when Daemon was in control of the Gold Cloaks and went crazy on the season citizens,
mm-hmm.
and how she is now no different, even though she's doing it through altruistic reasons. Like, I'm the queen, this, that, and the other thing. Like, it's for good reasons that I'm beating up the citizens. And in reality, the peasants don't view it. They just see the oppression. And once again, this is why I hate this season so far, is we see all the reasons why everybody turns against Rhaenyra, and we're only on episode 4.
Which is crazy, because we turned against her in episode 1.
The inevitable.
Yeah, we were ready to turn on episode 1. I don't know what these common folks are taking so long for. But you know what would be the perfect solution, a non-violent solution to all of this, is in the dead of night, you get one of your Kingsguard to go back out there, and under the graffiti, you just put parentheses, Alicent, and then close parentheses. Like you just had a queen regime change. Just say that the last queen had a bunch of bastards, even though their hair was golden.
Or just let it up there. Keep it up there.
Yeah, they can't read. Who the fuck cares?
Right. A, they can't read, but B, like, if you show it doesn't bug you, then
Right. You're absolutely right.
There
when
are bigger
people
things.
Insult
there
you.
are bigger things. I'd rather us send our gold cloaks to make sure the people are fed instead of covering up graffiti.
And
it's that stupidly simple.
Although, if she opened up a food bank the next day and there was mysterious meat there, I wouldn't trust it. I'd be like, where'd this meat come from? Where'd that gold cloak, or where'd the citizens go? Gold cloak's like, no, go ahead and eat it.
I will say it's kind of funny that this episode was released on a certain anniversary, and I don't know.
Can you say it?
I happened to be in college in New England at the time, and it's a very infamous incident that happened. And it was released on the weekend that it happened in 2007. Are you familiar with the Adult Swim Mooninite invasion of Boston?
No, I am not.
So, are you familiar with the show Aqua Teen Hunger Force? This is
Forrest.
Such a great
Forrest introduced me to it. Forrest bought the DVDs.
It is such a great show.
Yeah.
They're 7th or 8th season. They hired a guerrilla art team to advertise their new season, and they put these. I'm not even joking. They put these light brights of Mooninites from the show all throughout Boston.
You think it was genius?
They put them on bridges, and they put them on major infrastructures. So the Boston Bomb Squad got called out and shut down the whole city because they thought all these devices were bombs, and they blew up several of them. And then when they figured out what was going on, they finally captured them. But in 2007, the city of Boston was shut down for 2 days over these light bright advertisements for Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and it's literally
We
the
used to be a country,
right? It's 2007. It's literally the anniversary.
That's
of this,
so funny.
Seeing this graffiti causing a city to be shut down and riots to start. That's all I could think of in my brain. And I know it's a very obscure reference, but I kind of had a little giggle.
That's so scary. Yeah.
Everybody, there are YouTube videos about this. There's
I bet the breakdowns are epic.
Documentaries about this. It is so they literally blew up these light brights. They shut down bridges and they called it the bomb squad and they blew them up. It is hilarious, and I remember being in my dorm at the time, watching this happen, thinking we're under attack, and then all of a sudden I see a picture of a Mooninite giving a middle finger, flashing before it's blown up, and I'm just like, "This is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. This is not a bomb." And then a lot of people online started being like, "Yeah, this is something. This is just something." It was great.
This is 2007. This is like before social media, before the memes, everything. This is
so like
great.
we're typing on AIM to people like, "Are you watching this right now? Is that a Mooninite?" So you didn't have Reddit, but you had your like text message group, your IM group.
IMs. God bless them. That runs just a quick, maybe not as good as a campaign as the Mooninites can stop for IEDs. But do you remember the Bud Light fridges, the victory fridges that were linked to the Cleveland Browns? So the Browns had to win a football game before the fridges would open up full of beer. Like, we used to be a country. We used to do fun things. The Halo campaign was amazing. And now for marketing, we have the Odyssey rap. That's what we're doing now, guys. This would be a great time.
The Odyssey rap, which is
this would be a great time to review the Odyssey rap, but we just watched it, in the last video.
Don't make me watch it again, please.
I won't.
No.
Let me ask you this. All right, so we will tease a little bit. We watched the Odyssey rap, and we watched the Amanda from The Acolyte. You remember her rap? The bump, 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 bump. You remember?
Oh my God.
Steinberg,
that was
Amanda.
So bad.
Yeah. Let me ask you, which rap is worse, the Nolan rap or the Acolyte rap? The Acolyte rap, right? I'm going to say
the Acolyte.
Yeah, dude. Amanda was awful. And it was a whole 30 or 3 minutes, not one.
I guess the issue is that like I can kind of see what the Odyssey rap is trying to do with its advertisement.
Especially for Jimmy Fallon. That's such a shill show. That's such a lame show.
Yeah. I can get the point, whereas what she was trying to do is like, you're criticizing my character. Screw you guys. And it's like, no, we have legitimate criticisms. And you're immediately saying that they're not legitimate because you're doing this rap.
It's like, hey, I know I'm a part of this, and you guys are the fan, and it's your opinions, but your opinions are wrong. I just want you to know that. It's like, can you imagine like book authors doing that? Can you imagine like, I mean, maybe Stephen King, he's kind of crazy now, but like Stephen King, like writing a book and it flops, and he comes out and he's like, it's your fault, not mine. I'm a perfect writer. It's the fans' fault for not buying my perfect book. And it just doesn't happen. And adults, only in Hollywood, baby. Let's see. Daemon found. Let's just talk about Daemon for a second. Daughter. He went to the Vale. He got
his cup in hand.
A couple sacks of coin. That was fine. And as he's leaving, he's telling Caraxes to go left, and Caraxes goes right. That's when I would start to panic as a human being. Like imagine just being like Siegfried and Roy, but the tigers are dragons. You're like, no, man, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. But
I know what a pathetic death that would have been.
That would have been, oh my. But I would have applauded that. That would have been the most George R.R. Martin thing of all time. Like a random character just getting like one of the most main base characters just getting randomly eaten by a dragon mid-flight. Like that is the kind of shocking bullshit that made everyone love Game of Thrones, right? It's like, you can't kill Ned Stark. Ned Stark's the best, and Ned Stark's the main character. Oh my God, that's his head. Like, do you remember, like, for the non-book readers, sorry, Matt, you didn't get to experience this in real time, but for the non-book readers, there was no way they were going to kill the main character of this show. There was going to be some kind of deus ex machina at the last second to save his life. And then it didn't happen. And his head popped off. And Hollywood changed forever. Well, not Hollywood, but the fans did. The expectations did. And we're just lacking that. We're lacking that kind of excitement now. That's what I'm saying, except for the book readers, yeah. Which, losers, yeah.
Yep, that happened.
Who would have thought that the TV series would end before the next book got written? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk that 2 more TV shows would have come out before the next book got written? Matt did. We're not going to get Matt amped up on this because that's an hour rant. You can check out one of our previous episodes.
Rabble.
So
fuck you, George. That's all we're trying to say.
I know Torrin, what's his face, manually is your favorite character, Matt, but I think Daemon's daughter, whatever her name is, the Dragon Sheep Stealer. She's kind of
Rhaenyra.
So I had somebody. Yeah. I think I watched a podcast or like a YouTube thing about how in the book it's a different character,
Nettles.
But they pointed out Nettles, but they pointed out this is told from a maester 2 generations beyond. So maybe
and a
Daemon
juggalo.
Yeah, Daemon hid the fact that it was really his daughter, and so it turned into this like local peasant. And I thought that was more interesting, the like interpretation of like trying to explain what the show is doing than what the show is doing.
Yeah.
Apparently
he's like, and also it doesn't work really about this is that Sheep Stealer didn't kill her son. It was the pirate who killed, from the Triarchy that killed her son. But she's like, and the writers are just trying to push this home that Sheep Stealer or whoever was writing Sheep Stealer killed her son because they need a reason for Daemon to betray Rhaenyra. But it's like they know what they want to do. They just can't think of a convincing way to do it.
Maybe because that's not in the material. If I'm not mistaken, she's not on Sheep Stealer, and Sheep Stealer is not at the Battle of the Bulge or whatever the fuck it was called.
The World War II.
Yeah, sorry.
No
yeah,
dragons there. Sheep Stealer was there. She got in the way. She didn't kill her.
I mean in the books. In the books, it was like Ulf and the other guy, right? It was like
that's later.
Yeah. Sheep Stealer wasn't there. And
in that battle, she wasn't in that battle.
Yeah, so in the books, right? So like they have like I can understand now why George R.R. Martin like fucked off. Like when you read like how the variations, like he called it a butterfly effect. Like you change one thing, like you put Sheep Stealer in the Vale instead of wherever in the books it's supposed to be, and like because of that, there is a assload of repercussions that don't make any sense. But they have to play it out logically on the TV show, except it doesn't make any sense. So it's not logical, but we're still seeing it play out live. And overall, it's just very disappointing. Like what was great about early Game of Thrones, what made anyone fall in love with Game of Thrones was that it was basically a documentary. I mean, like, shit happened that you did not expect happening. Ned dying, right? And then here's another thing, travel time. People bitch about online, and they're absolutely right. Like, back in Game of Thrones, this was a huge continent, and it took a long time for people to show up from point A to point B. But now, like, in one, and not even just a single episode, in like 10 minutes, right? Daemon can go to the Vale, pick up some coin, go find his daughter, right? Talk to her, have a whole conversation, kill a random goat herder, and then come back to King's Landing and throw his burnt skull onto the small council table, all within like 10 minutes. Like there's no depth. That's what the word I'm looking for. There's no depth to this TV show.
I get what you're saying. I think that what is currently happening with this show is what ultimately killed Game of Thrones. And you heard me ranting about this at the end of Game of Thrones. No, it's not bad writing. It's the idea that the writers want to subvert expectations. That they are smarter than the fans, that they want you to be surprised. And the issue is for those who read the books, they're trying to change things around so people who read the books are surprised. And it's like the reason why the Red Wedding is so surprising, even for the people that read the books, is it's just such well written. Everything leads to it, and you know it's coming.
Yeah.
But to still see it and go back to Ned Stark, you know that he's going to get beheaded because you read the books. But you're like, is the TV show going to follow the books? Right. And if you look at late seasons of Game of Thrones or Hot Tea, they would have Deus Ex Machina saved Ned Stark if they had their way. but like it's coming, but you're still surprised to see it actually happen. Because there's good writing to that night.
Yes, it sucks you in, right? Like, even if you read the books for the Red Wedding or you watched the spoilers for the Red Wedding before you watched the episode, the acting was so good, you forgot what you knew. You were so sucked into the environment that your brain wasn't like, what did I read on page 428 of a book 5 years ago?
Yep, exactly.
Like, you were just sucked into it. And then, just neck started flying, blood's going everywhere. And like, dude, you're like, oh, I knew that was coming, and I still got surprised by it. That's great writing. Yes, sir. You were right.
My favorite YouTube videos during that period of time were the people recording themselves and they're like, I read the book, let's see how my wife reacts to this scene.
Yeah.
Or like, how are my friends going to react to the scene? And
that was great. The grandma, my grandma watches the Red Wedding. Fucking mega viral, dude. Crazy shit. Yes, you're absolutely right. That was a beautiful subgenre for a week.
But that's the problem with Hot D right now, is that they're trying to surprise everybody. And so they're cutting characters, they are eliminating characters, they're cutting certain plots out, and they're trying to like just shift it just a little bit so you don't know where it's going. But ultimately the problem is we all know what happens to Rhaenyra. If you don't, I'm amazed. But for the most part, it's a throwaway line in season 2 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But we know what's going to happen.
And
I'm more interested on how we build to it than you subverting my expectations.
As the I will say, I got a message from our editor, who you had mentioned this, I think, back like on episode 2 about this throwaway line, and I got a message from the editor that said, "Do not Google that line. Matt's not lying. He spoils the entire fucking television show in one sentence. It is a throwaway line where the entire series gets ruined, and then you're not going to want to sit through this terrible dialogue and this slow burning attraction." Okay, so like when Matt says it's a throwaway line, it's a throwaway line. Do not. I'm begging you. I'm not begging you, but I'm telling you, do not do this. Watch it unfold. Don't spoil it for yourself, because the spoiler's not even that good. It's like spoiling episode 8 of Star Wars. You're like, oh, Snoke dies. You're like, all right, well, that's spoiled. But like, what does that do? It's not like Palpatine's coming back or anything. So just a word to the wise from our editors. Matt's 100% right. This is a throwaway line, and it will literally spoil the next 2 seasons of the show for you. And then you won't watch it. You won't watch it. Which is probably it's probably a good thing.
What happens next episode?
Who cares? Is there even a next episode? Yeah. I forgot there was even a next episode. It's just so boring. I slept through it.
I think Aemon. We're gonna see Aemon again.
I was gonna say, what are we all predicting is gonna happen next episode? Remind you, we are now officially halfway through the season.
Or
and on top of that,
a whole other season after this. A whole other season after this.
The first 2 episodes are technically the end of last season.
Yeah.
So
I think this will go down as a huge fucking L for David Zaslav. Like, I think David Zaslav trying to save $1.50 for his shareholders destroyed future compensation via destroying the legacy of Game of Thrones and the Game of Thrones franchise by cutting off last season at episode 8 and not getting up to episode 9 and 10. Like, I can't even feel that bad now. Like, this feels like beating up a movie that was created during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, this production was kneecapped. It was cut off at the knees. And I still have to watch this garbage, and trust me, I enjoy it. But it feels
War of the Worlds
like
with Ice Cube was awesome. Fuck off.
Yes, no. See, that's why I didn't. No, fuck you. I love that movie. I'll stand by it, dude. That movie was made for me. If you're like, how could this movie ever get fucking greenlit? It's because a dumb piece of shit like me read that movie and said, "Can we get Ice Cube on this?" You can go back and check our review. I will not apologize. As a conspiracy theorist, I loved this was just a 2-hour masturbatory process, and I got to watch Amazon save the day, so that sucked. But no.
I will say this: my predictions for the rest of the season.
Yes.
Episode 5, Episode 6 are going to be more exposition dumps, moving the pieces. Episode 7 is going to be epic, but not to the scale of Episode 1. It's going to be like half of Episode 1. There's going to be some crazy battle. And then Episode 8 is actually going to be Episode 1 of the next season. We're going to watch it and be like, that was a waste of a finale. And that is my prediction.
Game of Thrones.
Yep.
What I loved most about it was the penultimate episode was the climax, right? And I thought
the Battle of the Bastards.
I thought that was good storytelling. You have a big giant fucking battle that blew your mind in episode 7, and then episode 8, you deal with the repercussions and the fallout. It's like having a cigarette. It's having a good smoke after sex. So I'm not gonna bash it. I think you're absolutely right, and I think that would be the Game of Thrones method. I hope they do that. do. Forrest, your predictions on next episode?
I think Aegon's going to clean up more doo-doo, and he's going to eat it this time. Because they're going to
he stabs that Lord. I'm going to say they stab Lord, get in trouble, and like get out of there last minute.
That Lord's getting eaten by that dragon.
100%. Yeah,
that Lord.
He's dead.
There's shit shoes Lord. There's Aemon, and he's shit shoe Lord is about to kill Aemon, and then Sunfire just comes down, yoinks him. He yoinks him like that TikToker who goes around like just grabbing reptiles out of the Florida evergreens. Yoink. That's exactly what's going to happen to him. You can clip it because that's what's going to happen. He's going to get yoinked. Oh, do we care about Alice, whatever her name is from Harrenhal?
Alicent?
No, not Alicent. Alice. The witch.
The witch.
What? Yeah. It was like, we saw what Criston Cole and the other Hightower is. That was complete filler. Nothing interesting.
Right,
yeah.
They talk, and it's like, and she tells him like, you guys lost King's Landing, and he's like, well, fuck, it's like, okay, that's it, and then I guess what Criston Cole's group is just going to start doing raids on people as they're going through the town, like, so if they do some Patriot ass bullshit, like I'm talking about the movie The Patriot, right, where Mel Gibson and the Confederates are doing raids on the not the Confederates, the Americans, the colonials, were doing raids on the revolutionary, we were with the revolutionaries. The raids
Somebody's watched The Patriot with Mel Gibson lately.
Yeah, so
great movie.
It's so fucking good.
Dude, Swamp Wolf.
Dude, the hatchet scene, dude. So like he melts his son's tin toys into the bullets, and this is cinema. Why can't we make movies like The Patriot anymore? Is it because we get drunk and rant about Hollywood? It's a fun callback to 2004.
Plug our socials there, mate.
Yes, sir. Speaking of getting drunk and ranting about Hollywood, let's get out of here before the cops pull us over. We are on YouTube and Instagram at Zeitgeist Zealots. We're on Twitter, the platform currently known as X, at Z Zealots Podcast. Comment down below. We are a small fucking channel. You have no idea what every like, what every comment, what every sub means to us. Like this much. So all we do is we ask of you, if you enjoyed your time here, and you want to hear us next week, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed your time here, hit like and comment down below. I've said some really dumb things. Matt said some really smart things. And I think Forrest, on that,
two things.
Yeah, Forrest was just so bored with the episode.
I'm like halfway through a coma right now.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's accurate. It's so accurate.
That is actually the most condemnation of this entire podcast. We could bash it all we want, but the fact that Forrest doesn't like it enough to even shit talk it, like that's a searing endorsement for the end of this television
We are
show.
liking Sir Manderly as our favorite character of the season. That should tell you.
Oh, you mean the guy who's got
going.
30 seconds of screen time?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like saying Lapito Nwanga is my favorite character in Homer's The Odyssey. All right, guys. Good night.